Hey everyone, and welcome to Aerotas Flight Support. Today, we're going to be going over how to set up a mission on the DJI M350 controller. So power on your controllers and let's jump right in. After you've powered on your controller, navigate to Flight Route. This will bring you to the library where it will save all of your previous or planned flight missions. To start a new mission, simply click the plus sign on the top right-hand corner and you will be given two options: create a route from scratch or import a route from an SD card. For today, we'll be inserting one from an SD card. Simply find your mission at the bottom of the SD card and click confirm. Once you've done that, you will be given three different options: waypoint route, area route, or linear route. We will be using area route. Once you've done that, you can click in here in the library and find your mission. As you can see, it has now been uploaded onto the controller. To edit this mission, click the drop-down menu right beside the name of the mission. Once you've done this, you can now edit your mission. First thing we'll start with is selecting the correct drone and sensor. We will be using the L2. Next, we will click into payload settings. We'll select the return mode to penta and the scanning mode to non-repetitive. It should read return mode penta, sampling rate at the highest it can be, and scanning mode non-repetitive. Once you've done that, you can click out and press OK to save these current settings. The next setting we see on here is ortho or oblique. For all of our deliverables, we recommend ortho collection. Below that, you will see altitude mode, where you will be given three different types of altitude mode: relative to takeoff point, ASL, and AGL. For this mission, we will be using AGL. Simply click AGL, and remember, when using AGL, you must select a DSM file for terrain awareness. Simply click reselect, download from internet, and your terrain file has been imported. The next setting we see on here is your terrain follow altitude. This can change depending on different sites. We will go ahead and click in 200 here for our flight today. And the next thing you see below that is elevation optimization. This is one of those settings that can either be left on or off. For today's flight, we'll turn it off. The next thing you see below that is going to be your safe takeoff altitude. This is the altitude at which the drone will climb to before moving to its start point. Today, we'll be using 75 feet. The next setting below that you see is IMU calibration. This is best to always leave this on for the L2 to calibrate in the middle of the flight. Below that, you'll see efficiency mode, which can be left off. And right below efficiency mode is your speed. This speed can vary depending on flight conditions, but we only recommend lowering the speed when you are flying in low light scenarios. Right below that, you will see your course angle. You can increase this to change the direction of your flight lines. After everything looks good on this menu, you can click into Advanced Settings. The first advanced setting you will see is your side overlap. Your side overlap should always be entered in as 68, and it will read 75% visible. The next one you'll see on here is your forward overlap, which should always be plugged in as 75. Right below that is your margin setting. We always recommend adding a little bit of margin just to make sure that you collect all the necessary data for the flight. The next setting you'll see on here is photo mode. Photo mode should always be left at timed interval shot. Right below that, you will see your custom camera angle, which can be left off. And just below that, you'll see your route start point. Your route start point can be changed depending on the site. The last setting on this page is going to be your takeoff speed, which can be left at default. Once you have all those settings plugged in, you can scroll back through and double check and make sure everything looks good. After that, you can click the Save button. This will save your mission to your flight route library. And just like that, you've set up a mission on the DJI M350 controller.